they made a Chinese Rambo.
Yeah.
Right. And so let me explain this to you. When I was young, I had a poster of Rambo in my and I had a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And these were my influence. That's what made me who I was today, Commando Special Ops. But right now, they made a Chinese Rambo. And look, guys, if you guys view this, he's holding the Chinese flag as he's coming in on a raid, right? It's very propaganda. So what I'm saying to you is this, man. That Chinese pride, it's growing. They have the strongest president in the last 50 years. China pride is through the roof right now. Look at where we are.
We're protesting jokes outside.
Yeah.
Go back to that article you were on, the Business Insider article. So here's a Chinese propaganda film about the defeat of the U.S. Army is set to become the country's highest-grossing film ever. The Battle at Lake Changjin has made $769 million since release in China on September 30th. In the state-funded movie Outgunned Chinese Troops Beat Their U.S. Foes During a Korean War Battle, China's box office is the biggest in the world, meaning this film is also the biggest in the world.
John Cena probably starred in it.
Yeah.
He's probably crying somewhere right now that
if
he's
you're
not
China, why wouldn't you do this? Meaning, why wouldn't you do a Rambo? Why wouldn't you do a Rocky? Why wouldn't you do the Top Gun?
That's not the debate. That's not the debate.
Right.
The debate is we did that in the 80s, right?
Correct.
Rocky versus Russia. Rambo versus Russians in Vietnam. We did it, and what did it build?
It built our culture.
It built a pride in our people.
Of course.
But what I'm saying, the debate is now is that China is doing that. So what I'm saying is they have, a president that's very effective right now.
They're taking a page from our playbook.
National pride is going on. So what I'm saying is that country is growing in ideology, right? And it's infectious throughout the world because now they're employing soldiers. Right? They have their first soldiers. I read somewhere China has their first soldiers deployed now to hold ground in certain regions. Never done. China and Russia.
Missile that can circle the globe.
You saw that, the missiles, right? So these missiles are so dangerous because they're subsonic missiles that can, dude, they can hug the terrain of the earth. Let me explain to you what that means. It's almost impossible to pick up radar-wise, right? When we go in on infiltration, we call it map of the earth. We'll get low on the radar and we'll just basically follow the terrain. It's almost can't pick us up. What they have is this capability now, subsonic missiles. You know what I mean? And China has that.
Does the American military have that too?
I don't. I can't talk too much about what the military has, but we have some. But they have some advanced technology now, and they have the technology that made us who we were. Drones. We left it all.
There was an episode on Rogan where he had this CIA guy, Mike Baker. It was like literally right after you were on, and this is some of the stuff they were discussing. I don't know if you saw that.
We left our weapons in Afghanistan. So now, think about China owns Afghanistan because they're working with the Taliban now, right? They own Pakistan. There's a road from China through Pakistan to in Afghanistan, and now they have a direct route into Kabul, which will open up the corridor into the Middle East, where we have no eyes and ears on anymore.
And they're building a supply chain all the way to the tip of Africa.
And not to say that Iran, with their nuclear weapons and their hate towards Americans, I mean, they openly said it.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.